And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to something a little bit different, something a little bit special. We just wrapped up with the Pikasaur Monday replay cast. We're just catching up on this week's Pikasaur event, and of course, congratulations to Trigger for coming out on top and taking down Creator, Shin, and Hero as well. Very impressive performance, very impressive run there by Trigger. Now we have something a little bit more laid back. So if you are only here for those pro events, then of course, you can follow us on social media. We do post whenever we go live, and we do stream on cast on a daily basis. But now we're here with something a little bit more lighthearted. We have a viewer replay submitted cast here by Saundo in the chat. Saundo probably did redeem a replay here. It's going to be a ZvZ between oPZesty and Wagon. He did get permission from oPZesty to, of course, redeem this replay, and I don't really know what I'm about to step into. Oh boy. We're going to be looking into Ancient Cistern. It's a bit of an older map in the map pool, much older map, and yeah, it's a large map as well. So I'm thinking large map, ZvZ. Saundo redeemed its late game ZvZ, I would imagine, maybe. I would imagine maybe late game, but we'll see. We'll see what direction our players would take us in. I'm ready. We only have the one replay. For those that are curious, if you want to redeem one of your own replays, you can do so via the chat, via the replay redeem system. You can redeem replays with channel points. With channel points, if you wish, and we'll be more than happy to cast them. More than happy to. Let's go. Let's go, man. So jumping into our game. Oh boy. And it's been a while. It's been a while since we've casted on Ancient Cistern, so a bit of a blast from the past. It feels quite refreshing to be here once again after, well, it's been like a year, maybe over a year at this point. It's been a while. Been a while. And here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the American Zerg player, the Red Zerg for Berserker Esports. It is oPZesty. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player for Team Pod Air. It is Wagon. Here we go, as we are going to be settling into our ZvZ. Again, it's been quite some time since we've been on Ancient Cistern. Ancient Cistern is a much larger map, and especially compared to the current map pool that we have, I think it's comparable to that of, size-wise, comparable to that of Frostline, for example. Very large map, a lot of bases, wide open spaces in the center of the map as well, so it can be quite difficult to engage, and longer rush distance by ground as well. As a result, this does typically lead into longer game states, typically, but not always. So we'll see what kind of approach our players do take. So far, going for our initial hatch first, going for the initial extractor trick here, 15 hatch opener, into, I would imagine, standard play. Gas is now being taken here initially by our blue Zerg. Looks like oPZesty going for a later gas instead. So hatch gas pool, in a sense, all around. So are going to be settling in. And we'll see which direction our players do take us in. It's so green. I just realized as well that currently the maps that we have, I mean, there's some nice color variation with Ultra Love, for example, which is very bright, very neon. Same with Neon by the Square, obviously, as well. But I don't think we have any kind of like lush and vibrant maps currently, right? Like no Whispers of Gold or Ley Lines. Like they're all a lot more gray and brown. So yeah, it's I appreciate it. Yeah, we're touching grass, Pappy. Let's go. We're touching grass. Going outside. Crazy. Crazy. That's as far as I go. As for now, link speed is on the horizon here for both players. Both players getting to link speed. Settling into their two base economies. And looking to build up. Builds up. From here, it looks like we're going to be headed towards a third base, in towards Banelings, in towards Link Bane aggression as well. I would imagine in towards a more standard macro game setup. We'll see if either player does decide to roll up on two bases. We do have our initial Baneling nest here from Wagon. Oh, that is going to be a hidden Baneling nest further back into the main, and this means that Wagon has the opportunity to go for potentially a Ling Bane Flood. See if he does go for Link Flood. Meanwhile, Zesty, upon scouting the lack of Baneling Nest, Zesty, he might actually cancel that Baneling Nest, go for a Roach Horn instead. If he believes his opponent is cutting corners, then he himself may opt to try to keep up in stride and cancel his own nest. We shall see. That's the hope, at least, for Wagon. But Zesty, he did not confirm the third base yet, is rotating back around, trying to confirm the scouts. Does dip back in, does get eyes on the third. And that should initiate more Ling aggression out of ZvZ. Yep, there we go. Lings are on the way. Basically, what ZvZ has seen is because there's no Baneling nest, but there is a third base, the red Zerg player should be kind of incentivized to go for his own Link Bane aggression to try to break the third and break the natural, to try to abuse or try to punish Wagon for cutting corners. We know that he hasn't been cutting corners, which means we're just going to be entering Link Bane Wars. We're entering Link Bane Wars here. Both players are being aggressive. Behind this, as ZvZ does squeeze out a couple of workers. Baneling's going to be on the way. No major connections. Oh, but the Banelings are going to be caught out. One gets surrounded, so does the other, just barely in time. Yeah, the Banelings are denied. Oh. As we miss that connection. There's potential. Wagon does miss it. Regardless, it will clean up all these Lings, and from here, he can head towards the third, or towards the natural even. ZvZ behind this is yet to saturate. Which means the third base is exposed. ZvZ trying to wall off. Queens, they get surrounded. A nice catch here by Wagon. Does shut the Queens down. Does shut the... Wagon, where are we going? Okay, still gets him. Thankfully, he still brings down the Queens. Heading towards the mineral line. ZvZ getting zoned away. And he's making his way into that mineral line as well. Ooh, doesn't quite get the connection he was hoping for, though. That was an A move. So a lackluster Baneling. Does get another queen. 3 queens, not bad. Oh, barely not, though. Yeah, ZvZ will say that. Nice drone drilling here out of ZvZ. He saved it for a second, but we'll still lose it. Third queen does fall behind this. A Wagon does have his own Roach Warren into Evo Chamber. Has been joining up as well, saturating his third. Nice aggression here by the blue Zerg. Now he has to get ready for the counterattack, though. No Banelings. No Banelings for Wagon. Has to pull away. Layer in production. ZvZ already in his own. Oh, no, sorry. Hatch Tech. Never mind. I'd assumed that he already had it. Nice bait here on the Baneling. Oh. Does bring it down. Trying to bait out whatever he can. Gets a decent connection in the center of the map. Going for the mineral line, and drones are falling. Yeah, ZvZ not quite ready for this. Baits out another Baneling. Ooh, miscontrol here out of ZvZ, losing all 3 Banelings. 3 Banelings go down. The Queen is exposed. Wagon has potential. He pulls away, though. Oh, I think he could have tried to press his advantage here. I mean, things are going Wagon's way. For now, though, he is pulling back. ZvZ threatens a run by. Back at home, there are 2 queens in position. Wagon does keep up with those Lings. Likewise, massive connection in the center of the map. Split off the Banes. No. Baneling's going to be rolling in. There we go. Does split up. Does out-trade ZvZ. In general here throughout this game, like, Wagon has been just out-trading and out-controlling ZvZ. Has been impressive. Bringing him down, gets another surround. Baneling's going to head towards the mineral line. Another queen gets surrounded. Yeah, and Wagon, he's got a very comfortable economic lead. Oh, the Banelings! Ooh, decent connection. Takes down the Ravager, can try to head towards the natural. Instead, just going for secure damage, going for the third. Oh, misses another Baneling. Gets baited out. But regardless, the third base should go down. I say that, ZvZ breaks out. He breaks out. He barely saves the expansion, just barely. From here, though, Wagon should be he should just be embracing Roach. He should just be embracing Roaches at this point. Remember, he already had the lair. We have Roach speed on the way, +2 range on the way as well. Wagon, he's just embracing Roach production. And from here, the pressure is on ZvZ. ZvZ, he is quite far behind. He's down in workers, down in economy, down in tech, down in upgrades as well. There is potential that maybe Wagon makes a mistake and maybe overextends, but really, ZvZ, he's hoping for Wagon to make those mistakes. He's looking for those mistakes. Being for that. Again, Wagon is quite comfortable. He's in position. He has Roaches towards the south and towards the north. He holds on. +2 is on the way, and Wagon should be looking for a +2 timing. Should be looking to hit with +2. Getting a 4th base shouldn't be over-droning. ZvZ trying to stabilize. He's attempting to. Still has Lings ready for a run by. as roaches are building up. And Wagon, right now, he's just using his 4th base just for saturation. Just for larva, I should emphasize. Just for larva. Building up more roaches and getting ready for one massive move out. Ideally with +2. Ravagers are morphing in. And in a mirrored matchup, when you're in this kind of position, this is where you have to rely on either hidden tech, like ZvZ had the option to go into Tunneling Claw Roaches to harass across the map, Spire Tech into Mutas, going for Roach drops, going for Roach run-bys. Like, again, something needed to be done here from the side of ZvZ. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too passive. He was staying back at home and just trying to macro out of this is not going to work out. The Overlords! Oh, the Overlords get caught out. And Wagon, he's almost maxed. He's almost maxed at this point. At this point, he can move fast. Let's go. The bios aren't even going to be necessary. They zone back ZvZ. There's Wagon. He's just forcing his way forward. He's being a little bit trigger happy with the bios. That is a little bit unnecessary, but regardless, he should just be able to overwhelm ZvZ at this point. Should overwhelm. Breaks through the main army. Denies the mineral line. Yeah, and ZvZ just can't keep up from here. Not anymore. Again, coming into this, I was expecting more of a back and forth Roach mid game, but again, Wagon did just snowball out of control, just took a massive lead early on from the Ling Bane phase of the game. As we mentioned, like ZvZ, he just had a really hard time trading against the Ling Bane. GG gets called, and Wagon takes down ZvZ 1-0. GG. GG, well played. Very nicely done. Again, just really nice early game control. To be honest, came down a lot to the early Ling Bane catching out the queens, out trading the lings of his opponents, not really taking any massive baiting to the face, eventually killing the 3rd. Even if he didn't kill the 3rd base, I mean, he didn't, to be fair. But even without breaking down the 3rd, he had taken a massive economic lead from there. Was impressive. Part of that was also the map as well. Because the map is so large, it's difficult to counterattack if you are behind. I should also emphasize that as well. The fact that ZvZ, he had a really hard time being active on the map, but a reason for that as well, the map was working against him if he did want to try to be active. But there was a lot of onus on ZvZ, whether it was to go into Tunneling Claw Roaches or Spire play or Drop Lords or any kind of crazy counterattack or run by. Something needs to be done. But again, that's why it's quite difficult in mirror matchups to come back from behind. Try to come back from behind. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. With that, Wagon takes it. GG. Touching grass without having to go outside. Feels good, man. You always assume I give you something crazy, because you always do. What are you talking about? GG. GG, well played, Wagon. Well played. Didn't fall off the wagon. Here we go. And with that, that is our only replay, our only viewer replay here of the night. We're good. Have caught up on the replays. And with that, we are going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the time being. Again, we just also finished casting the Pikasaur on Monday. Our next broadcast should be in, how many hours time? In around 10 hours, I want to say. In around 10 hours time, we're going to be live with the Code for Giants Cup number 17. If you're curious, what is the Code for Giants Cup? That is a Brazilian-only tournament. So we feature players like Master, players like Eric, players like Inexorable, Kamikaze, Allison, Shakti as well. Even Yan, for example. So plenty of GM, plenty of top tier players in Brazil. They face off against each other in Code for Giants Cup. Again, that's going to be in 10 hours. Meanwhile, for another event that's a little bit more friendly towards the European time zone, in around 22 hours time, we're going to be live here on the channel with Sparkling Tuna Cup number 77. If you're curious, what is the Sparkling Tuna Cup? It is an open tournament. It's an open tournament, open bracket, a little bit more catered towards the European and Korean time zone. So we get plenty of European and Korean representation. So that is going to be tomorrow, again, in around the same start time that we went live here on the channel. So tomorrow we have 2 broadcasts, Code for Giants Cup and Sparkling Tuna Cup. The day after that, we have Tenacious Turtle Tussle and the Pondcast as well. And on Friday, we're going to be going over the MC show matches. Let's go, MC Minchul. It's really... Yeah, I'm really excited to see him again. I don't think I've ever had the luxury of casting MC in my history of casting StarCraft. I think by the time I was casting StarCraft MC, he had already stepped away. He was, of course, at the time focusing on being a coach in League of Legends. In saying that, MC, he recently came back to play a show match. Was it in... He recently came back for a show match in... the Tasteless Time Warp Cup. That's it. I was trying to think of what the tournament was. But Tasteless, like halfway through the year, back in July at the start of the year. And same with Gamers 8, right? Like last year there was a Legend show match that MC played in, but Tasteless, he has like a show match series called the Tasteless Time Warp, which does have players compete in the SE Evo mode. And MC, he played with Stork, he played with TY, Trap, J-Dong as well. This was earlier in the year. And I was really surprised. I was like, oh, MC, he's kind of playing again. Like that was really cool to see. That was kind of like to showcase the StarCraft Evolution mod. And I thought it was going to be a one-off event, but ever since then, he's been showing up to compete in some show matches here and there, specifically StarCraft Evolution show matches. And we have him for a show match as well. So let's go. That's going to be on Friday. So Friday, we're going to be featuring MC. Again, he has been retired for a long time, but this year he has been playing specifically in show matches related to StarCraft Evolution, and we'll be covering one of those show matches on Friday as well. Exciting stuff. It's been so long. So we'll be covering some MC action. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. For now, I'm going to be heading off. I'm actually going to be heading over to my own personal channel. I'm going to be having a cheeky ladder stream, so if you're curious, if you're interested, I'm going to be live on my own personal channel, just laddering for a little bit, for like an hour or two. Nothing too serious, nothing too crazy, but I just haven't had the time to properly ladder in a long time, and I miss it. I miss laddering. I miss playing StarCraft. So I'm going to be having a cheeky ladder session. If you're curious, if you want to stick around, if you want to tune in, you can do so. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow. For some code for Giants Cup instead. We got you. Sorry, I was just setting up the time. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. With that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to support us, you can follow us on all the social medias. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things Cranky Ducklings. And we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.